Getting approved for business funding, secrets revealed. In part 1, I interviewed a top business funding expert on how to get approved for business funding, even as a new business. In these uncut scenes where I asked him direct questions, here are some behind the scene questions that he answered, all about how to really get approved and some of the things that really trip people up on getting business funding. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, or you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
When we're talking about business funding, what do you think the most important thing is right now, where we are in the market today? What do you think the most important thing is right now? Because I've been saying to everyone, now is the time to get funding. Like, don't wait till you need it. Don't wait till the recession happens. Don't wait, like, get it now while your books look good, while the money's still flowing. Don't wait till you need it. But what's your big advice when it comes to business credit and business funding?
Honestly, Noel, you're spot on, and you're 100% right with this, and you know your stuff. Like, the time to apply for financing is when you really don't need it. And,
yeah, it's crazy, but I'm preaching that, but I hope people get it.
It's true. Well, if you wait till the market takes a major turn, or you want to apply when things look good in your business, right? You want to apply now. We help people that have challenges in their business, like it happens, and we work through that. And we still get them funding, right? But if things are good, I always like to look out 6, 12, and 24 months. What are the things that I'm trying to do in my business, right? Mm-hmm. And that helps me understand, like, where do I need to be? Because if you want to be somewhere in 6, 12 months, you need to start taking that action today. Right. Whatever those options, whatever those, things are that you want to do, are they going to need capital? Are they going to need money? Yeah. And if so, if things are good in your business now, and if you've got opportunity to grow your business, like, that's the word. Get after it. Like, now you're getting the word. I like getting business funds I'm always getting business funding. That's a part of my business. Literally, I pay off things. I get some more funding. I'm constantly growing that too. So I always have capital when opportunities come, because you just never even know. You have your plan, but then there's these great opportunities. You may be able to get a property. I've been able to get properties for pennies on the dollar, or, somebody selling their business, and you have capital. Yeah, exactly right. You got to be able to move, and go. And, I think, like, I like to watch what's going on, in the world. I'll watch CNBC just to understand, like, what's happening financially, because that's obviously what I do. Yeah. But I don't watch it all day long. I don't watch the regular news, because it's a bunch of bullshit, and it's all driven based on fear, right? Right. And if you're driving your life and your business by fear, you're going to get nowhere fast. Yeah. Because it all comes down to, in your business, it's all mindset. And what we're seeing right now is, like, all this recession talk, but we see businesses in one area that are completely crushing it, and then the same type of company in the same area is not. Yeah. And you've got two different types of business owners. People that are like, I don't care, I'm still going to move and take action. Yeah. And then other people that have been pulverized by all this stuff, done nothing. Yeah. And their business have been on a slow decline, and they're in a really bad place. Yeah. And then there's certain parts of the country that are booming right now. There's certain parts of the country that aren't. So you got to go where the business is. And if you've got opportunities right now, you can't get caught up in all these unknowns from 6 months from now, 12 months from now. That's right. If you've got opportunity to make money, you have to get after it. And if you're worried about a recession, it's even more reason to get after it, because you want to stack up as much money and profit as possible, because then if there is a downturn, that's when you can crush it. Exactly. Exactly. I love it, Joe. That's why I wanted to talk to you. That's why I'm so excited we were able to make this time. So I got a couple more questions. Like, we got through some stuff, but I have some real questions. So give me some rates. Like, people always ask Noel this question. You know what I mean? Like, won't rates be lower when the recession hits? And some of those things about rates and payments. And so let's have some real talk about that. So what I'll say is, I'm going to give you a breakdown of the rates. Because no one talks about this stuff. Yeah, no one. That's what I said. We're going there. We're just going. Crazy. Yep. We are just going to go there. So, if right now what's crazy is prime rates come up. If we're in a recession, the rates are actually going to go up, and it's intentional The Fed is trying to drive the rates up to cool down the economy, to cool down inflation.
Yeah.
They're actually trying to disrupt some companies so more jobs become available. So
I think so.
And it's very interesting the way all that works.
It is.
And so right now, it's very simple. If you go to a bank rates are always usually going to be the best and the cheapest.
Right.
But just because something's the cheapest or lowest, it could take you 6 months of pain to get the deal.
Okay, Joe, let's talk about that. That part.
If you can even get it.
Right. That part of dealing. Right? Yes. Let's talk about it. Because as an entrepreneur, that's why I said I want someone that's an expert that knows who they're talking about. Even as me, you would think, oh, she makes millions of dollars. That does not make it easier with underwriting. That does not make it easier. Like getting a $3 million home versus a $250. I had an easier time sometimes with a smaller property than I do with a bigger one. And then throw into the mix what we have with the bigger banks wanting every piece of documentation. What is this deposit? What is this? What is this? So talk to me about that, because this is real. We got to get real.
It's frustrating. And like, it's the answer is too, if you don't have right now real estate collateral, inventory, like very valuable machinery or high valuable B2B receivables, unless you're like ridiculously profitable where you don't need the money, you're not getting funded by a bank. It's really
by the SBA. That's not right. Like you have to be, I got declined this year, 2023. I couldn't believe it. I was almost like, what? They were like right here on the balance sheet. I'm like, assets like real estate don't shows up on your income statement. Like that's not how that works. You're not even getting.
It's so I completely get it, and it's frustrating, and the way that things are looked at are crazy. So, but what's wild is right before this call, someone a referral sent me over. They're dealing with the bank. They're asking for stupid things. They're not getting anywhere, and so bank rates typically, pre-COVID were like 5 to 6 to maybe 8%, and then you move to like equipment funding. Or asset-based lenders that'll use those receivables or whatever. And then you typically get like 7, 8, 9, 10%. And then you move to all the other non-bank lenders, and then you go to like 12, 15, 18, 20%, right? Mm-hmm. But right before this call, someone sent me a term sheet from a brand name bank that you would know. And they had an approval. Remember what I said, an approval is one thing, getting funded is the other, right? They had an approval. This has been 4 months now. Paperwork, document after document. They're just so frustrated. They've almost lost their opportunity, right?
Right. So, that's the thing.
So they're like, Joe, like if I don't get something done,
the money, then it's just gone. Right. I lose the deal anyway. So what do you do that the rates lower?
But this is what's real. Like look at that's the thing, though, right? It's like, so okay, all right, 8% or 12 or 15%. But if you can go grow your business and make, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's irrelevant. You're trying to
worried about the wrong thing.
Like it's like literally it's trying to save pennies. So I always say, like, you got to like understand what the terms are and what the rates are. But I always say, like, don't focus on the rate, focus on your opportunity. How much profit is there? Okay, then what's the rate? Do the math. If you're profitable, like a lot of times by actually not borrowing the money, you're going to lose money.
Right.
Because
usually
you can't do a deal to make more money. Right. So,
Joe, I'm telling you, I've been arguing with people about this for, I feel like 20 years, and I'm not even that old. And when we were talking about, I used to flip houses all the time. You know that's like my claim to rich was flipping houses. And so we dealt with hard money all the time. And I would JV and partner with people, and they're fussing with me about the interest rate on a hard money loan. And we're about to make $100,000 in 6 weeks. Like, are you serious right now?
Because if you don't take that lender on, you don't get the deal. and that's it. So now instead of like, giving up.
Yeah, those same people call me, how you get so rich? I borrowed money at high interest rates at times.
Yes.
Let me be real with you. Let me tell you the truth from Noelle Randall right here, face to face. Like, I often borrowed money at high rates. I did loans, I remember day loans. You'd have to pay them back every single day. Some of those type of things. Yep. I've done all of those things, but I am very wealthy today.
Yep.
Exactly. So what are you doing? Well, what's your real plan with your business and what you're doing? Exactly. Yep. And they're going to charge you a fee. So this has been a great conversation, Joe. I'm sorry. I know I was grilling you, going in there, asking some tough questions, talking about rates, stuff people don't want to talk about on the record.
Oh, it's all good. And that's just what reality is. And that's what you can shop around the whole world, waste your time. That's what you're going to wind up with. And sometimes even higher if you go with the wrong person.
That's right.
And just getting back to what I was saying is they sent me the term sheet from the bank.
Okay.
And they had because I said, hey, you're probably going to be like 12 to 14%.
Yeah.
For us to get you something, maybe even 15%. They're like, if you can match the bank. Well, I said, we're not going to be able to, but let me just send me over the term sheet. Let me check out. Let me see what's even going on. Let me see if this is even real.
Right.
So they had prime rate plus 3.8% was their rate.
Okay.
But prime rate as of today, when we're making this video, is 8.25%.
Really?
So 8.25% plus 3.8.
There we go.
Let's just call it 4% to make it easy.
Right.
That's 12%.
Right.
It's 12 there. So they're already at. I'm like, wait, you got freaked out when I said this, but you're not even doing the math because most people don't even know what prime rate is, and it's changing and it's
right. And that's a fun thing they do. I didn't even too much think about that. They always post it like that, prime. And
so it's prime. You're like,
knows what that is.
Focus on the 3.8%. It's not 3.8%. It's the prime rate plus 3.8%. So they were at 12%.
Yeah.
And this is at one of the biggest brand name banks out there.
Yeah.
So it's really crazy. But it's amazing the things that we'll get stuck on. So this person was going for what they thought was the best rate at the bank. They would have paid 2 points higher, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
And they've been wasting 4 months of their life.
Yeah. And people aren't realizing in many cases, these are loans that have no collateral, and in many cases, you only had to show a certain amount of bank statements. So you got to factor that stuff in.
This was a $250,000 loan. So let me put it in perspective like this.
Okay.
For 2 points, it's $5,000, right?
Right.
Okay. They were doing this for 4 months. Do you think that they've saved money here or have lost? Like, if they would have just moved on this initially, right. And paid $5,000 more.
Yeah.
How much more money would have they made in the last 4 months?
And you got $250 in your hand, and you're always holding some back. You never borrow $250. You need to spend all of it.
And you're focusing your business, not being a paper processor for a big bank.
Right. Exactly. Shoveling documents and don't even know if you ever even get the loan. So, like I said, amazing. You are a wealth of knowledge, Joe.
Thank you, Noelle. Right back at you.
All right. So tell people how to reach out to you. You have, like I said, you've given away so many gems today. So how do people reach National Business Capital? I know you're so busy. It took me, I had to jump in here and run from work and get this done, leave the office to get you to do this video with me. So how do people reach you? Because you're a busy guy.
Nonstop. All good stuff.
That's good. You guys are busy.
That's right. Yeah. And we're always growing, right? So
That's the best. If you're good at what you do.
So you can go right to nationalbusinesscapital.com. That's nationalbusinesscapital.com.
All right. I'll make sure to put a link in the description box or put it on the screen. Yeah.
Yep. And if you want to check me out or follow me, I'm always dropping stuff like this. You can follow me at Grow by Joe.
Okay. Don't you have your YouTube channel?
Yes. Yeah. It's Grow by
Joe. Grow by Joe. Okay.
Yep. And
awesome.
And there's all great stuff there. So definitely, check that out. Make sure to subscribe. And listen, my team and I are happy to help you. We're all about helping business owners grow. That's our mission.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much, Joe. It's great talking to you today. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Noelle. Appreciate it. Be well.
Whoa, I hope you enjoyed part 2 of my interview with 𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗏 from National Business Capital. I absolutely love this company, and so do my students, because they have been getting funding for their businesses, and they have been able to take their businesses to the next level, and you can do the same thing too. Use the link below today and go to National Business Capital to get all of your business funding needs met immediately. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.